As was mentioned, I'm Madeline, and our panelist here today is Rita. Just a little bit about our roles. I'm an engineer, and I also started a company that teaches young students about science, technology, engineering, mathematics, STEM. And Rita is a lot of things, an author, and she also started her own institute. So we'll get to talk a little bit about our experiences and the importance of online education and how it really is a growing industry. So what is online education? I think most of you can think of it as something where you have classes through your computer, and that's true. The other part is a lot of our education is also coming through our applications. So we use a lot of games, different kinds of apps on our phone, and while subtle, it is a type of education. I'll get to talk a little bit more about it, but today's generations, and especially our students, young students, are picking up the phone and the iPad and the computer before they're picking up a book. This is going to increase, this trend is going to increase. And so that is the first kinds of education and online education that our students are getting actually comes through these apps and through these games. So we're working together to shape that and what that education is. Where do we find it? Everywhere. I already mentioned online. You just do a Google search of online education and there is a range of topics. It starts at K through 12. It's not just graduate and college education. There's a lot of education for students, for women, for all kinds of industries. And it really is centered around skills-based learning. Yes, you can achieve a degree through online education, but you can just achieve a particular set of skills. You can just learn a certain type of coding language, for example, and that will set you up to find a job using that coding language. It works that way across the industry. Next slide. Just as an example, MIT and Harvard in 2012 partnered to start a program called edX. So there's MIT edX, Harvard edX, and a lot of universities followed in the US in this collaboration to make online education education online, a lot of times free and accessible to everyone. The purpose is, again, to focus on skills-based learning. People are using edX to be their sole source of education, but they're also using it to supplement their already existing education. Someone who already has a bachelor's degree might go to edX to, again, learn a coding language, learn about project management, learn something specific to the field that they want to work in. And so MIT and Harvard, amongst these educational institutes, notice that employers are really focused on skills-based training and making sure that our students and those graduating from college have those particular skills that they're looking for. Sometimes the 4-year degree or 5-year degree that you get through a bachelor's program is not enough to set you up for a specific job. And so again, this is where online education is a great supplement to that. Next slide. And then once again, I mentioned video games and apps and the different places that while subtle, there is online education. One of the biggest games that I'm that is really being a global source of community is Minecraft. Has anyone heard of Minecraft? Yeah. Who plays Minecraft? or knows of students that play Minecraft? Once again, like it's subtle. It's not something that you think of K through 12 education, video games, Minecraft, but it is happening. You know, there's Polly Pockets here. That's another one. As a 5-year-old, this is another video game and kind of character that is made up for K through 12 students, specifically K through 5. So from the ages of 0 to about 10 years old. The vocabulary that they start, working with, the vocabulary is, yes, the one that you learn at home, mom, dad, sister, brother, but they're learning Polly Pockets, Minecraft, building, chemistry. Like, those are the things that are subtle, but they're so powerful in what students start to believe is important and is cool and is the things that they can do in the future. Online education, across all of these modes through which it comes, is flexible, it's affordable, often free, though there's a little caveat.